Yes, that was Bon Jovi performing Wanted Dead or Alive right here on Private Sessions. I know, I can't even believe it myself. I'm so excited. So you guys, I want to go back to the beginning, but I really want to go back to the literal beginning before Bon Jovi was formed in New Jersey, where I understand you guys were all, including David Bryan and you two, were all delivered by the exact same doctor in the exact same hospital.
True.
Dr. Greenberg?
That is absolutely true.
Yeah, we were all born in the same hospital in the same little town in New Jersey.
Wow. John, you used to work at your cousin's, he was co-owner at the Power Station Studios in New York. And I know that was around 82. It's where you kind of put together your demo tape in between doing odds and ends there, sweeping the floor. Did you really get coffee for Mick Jagger and the like?
I was a gopher. I mean, yeah, that was amongst many other jobs prior following that. But yeah, from one period in time, which was like the fall of 80 till 83, I was a gopher at the recording studio here.
Did you ever get any advice or listen in, get ideas while you were?
I watched a lot of things happen. I watched Bowie and Queen record Under Pressure through a window. Springsteen doing The River to Chic was the house band in Studio B, the Stones. Somewhere there are pictures of the Stones with me and some guys in my band before the band, because a paparazzi jumped out of one of those big garbage bins and started taking pictures, and Jagger said something to the effect of, yeah, I'll take a picture. This is my new band, the Frogs, and he grabbed it. This is my band. And then he held the door for us as we went in the studio. And, a couple times he or Keith and Wyman was there saying things, how's those demos going, kid, kind of stuff. But the Power Station was the premier studio in the world.
So you put together your demo, and I know that the first song that really stood out to you that you really thought was a hit was Runaway, but you couldn't get any...
Oh, I thought every song was a hit.
All right, well, that's a good thing. But Runaway you took to record labels, and they were like, yeah.
I sent it out just like any other teenager does to anyone and everyone. Nobody responded to it. But I did something outside the lines. I was creative, always have been one of those kind of thinkers. Anyhow, I went to a radio station. And I figured the loneliest man in the record business is a DJ. And fortunately for me, this brand new station in New York City, WAPP, began. And we're so new they didn't have a receptionist. So I was lucky enough to walk in.
Right in.
You see, otherwise I would have had to leave it at the desk and may have never been seen.
It would have been in the trash or on a pile. Yeah.
And the DJ was like doing one of those 1 minute I'm on the air in New York City. Talking to me in sign language like this. And then so he came out, heard the song, and liked it. Tried to convince me to be on this homegrown record, which I succumbed to. But I put the band together for what was supposed to be a couple-week period.
But you said this was unheard of back in the early 80s on radio. I come from radio. It's unheard of today.
It's unheard of, period.
Absolutely, I agree. So now you got this hit song, and now the record labels are all coming back to you, and you're thinking. But the problem is you don't have a band, hence you had to form Bon Jovi. How did that come together?
I was a huge fan of the drummer, of Tico Torres. I'd seen him in a band called Lord Gunner, and they were an original band in Asbury. And Alec Such was in a very, very successful cover band. Could do Queen better than Queen. I mean, these were like those kind of singers and players, and they looked great and all this stuff. And Alec said he knew Tico. Tico agreed to hear some of the songs, liked it enough between his own things with Frankie and the Knockouts to come and rehearse with me a bit. I called Dave up, who was gone back to school and was off on his own thing doing college. And he said, sure, I'll come back down and do some stuff. And then Dave Sabo from Skid Row, that band Skid Row, grew up with me in the neighborhood. And he was doing a couple things. And then Richie came to see us play and came in and basically, we really hit it off. And Dave, Snake wasn't meant to ever be in the band. And the band wasn't supposed to be the band.
It was just to get this initial album
take advantage of this
Yeah.
opportunity of having a song on the radio. You know, it was just, it was a very fortunate position to be in. I thought 3 weeks. It's been 30 years.
Jeez. And now, how did you guys get contacted? And I understand it was more that you guys hit it off, that Richie, you said to him, listen, we need to work together.
I did, yeah. I saw John at a club. I actually just came back from auditioning for KISS, believe it or not.
I heard that.
Because I was a hustler. Just like John, I would take my demo tapes and go to record companies and talk to the A&R guys. And I went to see John play at a club one night. And I just knew he was a star. And my bass player was Alec, who was moonlighting with John, because I was playing when I just came back with Kiss. And he introduced me, and I walked back and I said, we should get together, and John kind of chuckled at me like, this guy's got a lot of balls, And,
I love it.
And 2 weeks later, he needed
was
the
a love
guitar
story.
player to do the showcase. I came in, and it was in this little storefront in Ford's, and John was a little bit late, and I had that band cracking pretty well. John gave me a demo of all his stuff that he wanted me to learn, and I had the band cracking by the time we got there, and he kind of went, okay.
Done. All right, well, coming up, more huge hits from Bon Jovi when Private Sessions returns right after this.